This episode of Unqualified is brought to you by McDonald's, proudly serving communities since 1965. On the drive to and from my parents' house in Washington State, we almost always stop at two particular McDonald's, one in Salem, Oregon, and another in Eureka, California. At the moment, we are in the parking lot of the Salem location, and I just finished a Big Mac and fries. Even though we are just passing through, I appreciate the familiarity and feeling of community. The other day, I was looking through my mother-in-law's photo album and came across a photo where she and her friends are standing in front of a McDonald's wearing their cheerleading uniforms. I usually call my mother-in-law New Mom, but her name is Marcia. Under the photo, Marcia had written a note, and I talked her into letting me read it here. San Bernardino, California. I have so many memories of this McDonald's over the years. My father took me there on what I think was opening day. What a thrill it was as a young girl to order a chocolate shake, hamburger, and French fries. Then there was the time when my cousin Hinda and I were given a tour and allowed to take dill pickles by the cupful out of a huge barrel. We must have eaten 100 pickles each. Everyone in my family knows the story of how I accidentally missed the ketchup container and dipped a fry into my milkshake. Now when I dip fries in my shake, it's on purpose. I remember when I was 12 years old, my mother and my cousin Noel Novak, Larry's brother, picked me up from dance class, and we went for dinner to celebrate Noel's graduation from high school. Years later, when I was in high school, we would go to McDonald's every Friday night after the football game. I wish you could see this photo. Marcia couldn't remember if they won the game that night, but everyone is smiling as if they did. Wherever your local McDonald's is, there's nothing better than that wonderful feeling of community. Well, maybe that feeling is tied with eating a Big Mac. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Okay, so tonight...
Can I still do more in the cans?
Dear listeners...
It's still very quiet.
Jason Mantzoukas is my dear friend, and he's also a very experienced podcaster, and we're going to talk about that in a second, but he's also very demanding towards Sweet Mike. Mm-hmm. He needs more in the cans. We don't even know what cans means.
Oh, man, we're wearing these cans on our heads. Come on, guys.
Yeah, we don't know what the hell's going on, Jason. Okay, but listen, Jason and I did a movie called The Dictator together.
Yeah.
And he
Sacha Baron
basically...
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and you saved me, as you know that, because it was such a male-driven... I didn't have any friend. It was a lonely experience for me because I really didn't have... any sort of female buddies, and you were kind enough to
pretend to be a woman and be your friend. You made me
you
dress
were my
up.
friend.
You made me dress up Tootsie style and be your gal pal. Ugh.
I know, after a long day's work, I'd be like,
Yeah, I'd have to go to hair and makeup at the end of the day to take off all the makeup they put on and put on girl makeup so that we could go out gal palling around at night.
But you also did Parks and Recreation with my husband Chris.
I did.
And you're brilliant. You're just brilliant all around. And you have the most amazing podcast.
And The League, which is one of my all-time favorite TV shows.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Absolutely loves you on The League.
You also have an upcoming movie called Search Party, which opens May 13th.
Oh, that's true.
Are you excited about that?
I am. That's one of those movies that we shot many years ago that never came out and now is coming out. So
why did it take so long?
Don't know. It's one of those like weird, I don't know.
Maybe it's ahead of its time.
Probably ahead of its time. So I know I'm excited. It's coming out. A friend of mine wrote and directed it, Scott Armstrong.
Old school and,
exactly.
And Road Trip.
Yep. Good dude. Like another guy that I came up doing comedy in the UCB New York scene, and he and I, along with a number of other people, were on the same improv group for like 8 years. So it was nice to be able to we did improv together in the basement of a Graciti's supermarket for many years, and now you're making a movie and I'm in it. So that's cool.
Isn't that wild?
It's neat.
It is wild how this town works.
Yeah.
I mean, it can totally like chew you up and spit you out or whatever, but can also people that you know, it would like the assistant to craft service is suddenly producing a big movie. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
It kind of, I like to think of it, it like sort of gives me hope that, you know, that
Sure.
I could still stay in the game for a little while.
I think you're doing just fine.
No, it's
Thanks,
over.
Sim, but fuck you.
It's over for you.
Fuck. Oh,
Yeah. I just got
okay.
a text
From my agent?
from the town.
From the town.
From the town.
Hollywood says
I got a text from Showbiz, and it said, "Tell Anna it's Dunzo."
done.
Dunzo is what they
Shit.
said.
I need more bleach extensions. What do I do? Okay.
More bleach.
More bleach.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by ZocDoc. Who gets excited about trying a new restaurant that has 2 out of 5 stars? When it comes to finding healthcare, don't ratings matter even more? ZocDoc is a free app where you can compare doctors, read reviews from real patients, and even make same-day appointments. When I finally called to reschedule my dentist appointment, I was told that my dentist had been retired for nearly 3 years. In my defense, parking was a nightmare. Through ZocDoc, I found a new dentist who had great reviews, took my insurance, and whose office was actually within walking distance. I was also able to book an appointment instantly without talking to a receptionist who made me feel guilty about not having my teeth cleaned for 3 years. My new dentist didn't make me feel guilty either, and only suggested I floss a little more often. Whether you need a primary care physician, dentist, dermatologist, psychiatrist, eye doctor, or other specialist, ZocDoc makes healthcare easy. Now is the time to prioritize your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/unqualified and download the ZocDoc app. Sign up for free and book a top-rated doctor who might be available as soon as today. That's ZocDoc.com/unqualified. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by State Farm. And in honor of their surprisingly great auto insurance rates, I'm going to tell you about a particularly surprising day on set. It takes me a long time to read a script. For almost every line of dialogue, I will stop to figure out why my character would say it, how it fits in the conversation, and how it's going to come out of my mouth. Between the lines, there are larger chunks of text which describe everything else happening in the scene. Maybe what a room looks like, what characters are wearing, and what they're doing. As I often underestimate how long everything in my life takes, I know I can make up some time by reading those larger chunks a little faster. I got the script for Overboard about 6 months before we started production. I read it in my warm living room, wearing comfortably warm clothes, sipping from a warm mug of tea. Somehow, it never occurred to me that when you jump off a boat in the middle of the ocean, the water is surprisingly cold. And it doesn't get any warmer on take 2. Here at Unqualified, we love State Farm because they provide coverage that meets your needs at a surprisingly great rate. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Okay, so we are going to now do the. Oh, Sim, I'm having trouble with this.
Let me see.
We're
Love watching the inner workings of this.
the inner workings. This is a very underproduced show.
That's the beauty of it.
It is the beauty. It's the beauty of it.
The beauty of it is that it's folksy.
I'm going to tell it to the town.
You know, here we
I'm
are.
underproduced.
Here we are. We're sitting at your dining room
thank
table
you.
amongst friends.
Okay, so this is, yes, I know. We're dear friends here today.
Just dear friends.
I have to say that Sim's brother Severe is here, And I've been trying to get him on the podcast for a long time because he loves to talk shit about Sim, which I do too, even though Sim is like one of my best friends. But anyway, so he's here and I'm getting him prepped for
I don't even
to
know
actually
what that means.
get a microphone
He's shaking
on
his
him
head. No,
at some point.
She's
So
a shy one.
come on, the opportunity to talk shit about Sim. Come on,
That could be a recurring segment of this show.
it sort of is.
If you listen to the any of these episodes,
Severe talk shit.
Talking shit.
Severe talk shit about Sim. Okay, so this is a not so rapid fire series of questions. Okay, it was
Terrific.
recently April Fool's Day. Tell us about the most elaborate April Fool's Day prank you've ever been a part of or experienced.
I don't have a good answer for this because I can't think of one
Okay, then moving
that I've
on.
ever been like that I've ever been like an active part of.
Oh, you're not much of a prankster.
I'm not.
I'm not
Oh,
either.
I'm not a prankster. I don't like pranks.
Me neither.
I don't
Is that-
like.
It's so weird that we were casting the Dictator.
I know, right? Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
I don't. I just. It doesn't. I never. I never liked prank shows when that was like a very popular thing.
I didn't I wanted people to be a part of the joke as
Yes,
opposed to
totally.
being,
The butt of.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a tough. It's a tough position, and I always feel bad for the mark. You know.
Yeah.
I always feel bad for the person who is being pranked.
I have a dear friend who I won't mention, but she called her agent and said that a very, very high-powered studio executive that everyone, is very name familiar. She met him at a party.
Ooh, Louis B. Mayer. Was it Louis B. Mayer?
And he stuck,
I bet it was Louis B.
He
Mayer.
stuck his finger up her butt.
What?
And-
Louis B. Mayer did? Whoa.
And
Wait, this is a story about your friend.
this is a story. My friend calls
Is
her
it Dame
agent.
Judi Dench?
My
Is
friend
it
call-
DJD? I bet it's Dame Judi Dench. I can't believe
we're
Louis B.
not-
Mayer put his finger in Dame Judi Dench's butthole. And Anna, you are saying that unequivocally here on the podcast.
So he said, "Call me back on a landline right now." And she was like, "Oh my god, it's like April 1st. Like, why would he think?" Anyway, became a whole thing. But I thought the guts, like that's a
Yeah.
perfect mark. Your agent
Yes.
is a perfect mark.
That's like, and you know what? If I thought about it more, I would totally do pranks like that. Very easy ones like that. But no, I can't. I'm not. I also don't think of pranks. I also don't think of like,
know.
ooh, that person has left the room. This is an opportunity to fuck with someone. Like I don't think like that.
That's because you're a kind man.
I'm very kind. I'm a sweet, sweet man.
Okay, so Anita Francis on Facebook wants to know: F,
She needs a Francis.
marry or kill?
I need a Francis.
Which we can say, fuck, marry or kill.
Yeah.
And
But
you,
Anita doesn't. She's a classy broad.
Anita is. Okay, Jason Sudeikis.
Oh boy.
And I adore him.
Wow. Jason Sudoku.
I blame Sim. He wrote these notes.
I
for me.
wrote Sudeikis.
Jason Bateman, Jason Statham.
Wow.
Yeah, doing good.
This is a podcast that I think is revealing that you cannot read.
I know. It's true.
I think the
I'm one
true
of those-
revelation in this
Yeah.
is that you have spent a lot of time looking at an iPad
So true.
confusedly.
I feel like I'm one of those You know how you meet some of those actors that are like, "Oh, I'm dyslexic," but you really know that they can't read. I'm gonna
Sure.
start
or
using
like,
that.
Or like you're somebody who like learns all your lines phonetically.
Yeah, because your
Because you
assistant
can't
tells
read them.
you.
Yeah. Because your assistant records them and then you just listen to them while you sleep.
Totally.
Wait, so I am F. Mary killing Sudeikis, Bateman, and Statham.
Yes.
Okay.
And feel free, listen, this is not a question I would want to answer. So feel free to.
I think he wants to answer this.
Oh, I mean, I'm assuming I have to answer it.
You have to. It's true. Remember how he handcuffed your hands?
I would maybe. I'm trying to think. I think I would marry Bateman. I don't know. I've met him. I don't know him very well, but he was a very nice man. So I feel like he'd be nice to be married to. I think I'd fuck Sudeikis,
Well, very fuckable.
and I think I'd kill
Statham?
just so that I could kill Chev Chelios from the Crank movies. Do I get to kill him, or he just dies?
I think you get to kill
I
him.
get to kill him. Okay, then yeah, I have to kill. The idea that I
It's gonna
would
be a
able
fight,
to
though.
kill But it's a
He's a killer.
It's a foregone conclusion.
You're right. Yeah.
That I am winning because
Yeah.
the F, marry, kill, right? So I guess I would kill Statham just for bragging rights.
It's true.
I'd be like,
how would you
I
kill him?
fucking killed the transporter.
how would you kill him? You're right. Good.
I'd be a super badass at that point.
How would you kill
I mean,
him?
at that point, I could fuck as many Jasons as I wanted. Because they'd be like, did you hear he fucking killed Statham? Oh. I'd be like up to my eyeballs in Jason cock.
Jason Segel.
Yep.
Who else?
I think that's about it.
Jason.
I think I'm the only one left.
Wait, is there a Jason Derulo? Does that make sense?
Jason Derulo? Yeah, there is. Actually,
Yeah,
he's a singer. Yeah,
right?
totally. Yeah, that's true. Oh, are we branching out to singers?
I guess we can.
Okay. I mean, I guess so. Wow. Then the sky's the limit. Yeah, that's my answer.
All right,
Anita
Francis.
Francis.
Okay, so you co-host the hit podcast, How Did This Get Made?
Mm-hmm.
If you could star in any of the movies you've profiled on the show, what movie would it
I
be?
would star in the movie Crank 2 as the character Chev Chelios that Jason Statham plays. And that it would have been the answer even if the previous question had not happened. Only because it is like one of the most bananas movies. I would love to be in that movie. I would love to be in any Neville Dean and Taylor like insane-a-thon that they put together. I think would be amazing.
What happens in Crank 2?
Crank 2 is it's the one. Okay, so Crank 1, what is it? He has to keep his heart rate up above a certain amount
Right.
or else he's going to explode, right?
Yeah.
Crank 2 is the same thing, but it's worse, but Bai Ling is in it. And she makes up all of her dialogue, and none of it makes sense. But it's
what?
it's like front to back. It's just a long, basically like one long, crazy action sequence, and that's what I love about it. It's just batshit crazy action sequences. And Neville Dean and Taylor, the guys that wrote and directed these movies, are famous for doing stuff like putting cameras on. Carts, and then like ramming the camera and the cart into a car, and they're just crazy movies that are very fun to watch. So I am like, I bet these would be fun to make. So that's a pretty good one. I don't know.
All right. Well, we've got a couple more here.
Jean-Claude?
Bloodsport, love, but I don't have like real fighting technique, and I feel like I'd have to be trained.
Right.
I don't know. A JCVD would probably kick my butt. You know.
Okay, so Danielle Brewer on Facebook wants to know.
Danielle or Daniel?
Danielle.
Am I answering a girl's question or a guy's question?
A girl's,
It matters.
I believe.
Does it list her cup size?
36D.
Ooh, all right, Danielle, you've got my attention.
She on Facebook wants to know, what TV show could you watch reruns of forever?
Forever.
Forever.
Forever, ever? Forever,
Ever.
Okay. I have a couple. I feel
You got
I have to pick one.
Yeah. Sorry.
Forever is tough. I have just rewatched all of Gilmore Girls, which I love, except for season 7, which I will not watch out of loyalty to the Paladinos, because they were taken off of the show in season 7, so they were not allowed to finish their
don't even know what that
version
means.
of the show. People who are listening, Danielle gets it. Danielle and her big old titties, she gets it. Magnum PI, all-time favorite. But I still watch that in reruns, and it is slow. So if I'm gonna say, Twin Peaks.
Oh.
Really? It's an odd choice.
No, I'm not gonna say Twin Peaks because season 2 really shits the bed. I'm not gonna say Twin Peaks. Season 2 really craps out. West Wing? Nah.
You want to go?
Ooh, how about this? One show forever?
Yeah.
The Simpsons. Because there's like 22 years of it. So it's a lot. I'm not going to watch the same like 12 episodes of TV. I'm going to watch I have hundreds of episodes.
That was
to
a
choose
really
from.
good answer.
good
You
answer.
so totally
And it's
wild
great.
out of
Yeah.
that one.
And it's great.
It is great.
It's consistently good. Even
And there's a huge amount of them.
yeah, even as it gets not as good, it's still pretty terrific.
Yeah,
and
I
you could watch it I think you could watch it for a long. South Park,
I was going to
similar.
say South Park would be in the same
South
category.
Park's similar. There's just more Simpsons. Is all.
Okay, so now we are going to do a brief improv segment.
Okay.
Jason,
Yes.
you have a business degree from Arizona State University. You're a major stoner that lives with your parents. Your jobs in the past have included working at Subway and Starbucks. Your parents have given you
Wait, what is this? This is a lot of information.
This is. I need to give you backstory.
Really? For an improv? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry. Do you not need to know your character?
No, I'm excited.
All right. Your parents have given you $8,500 to move out of their house. You decide to move to Los Angeles to get laid. A friend of your dad knows Karen Stapleton, the CEO of Imaginarium Films, the biggest competitor to DreamWorks. You heard there's an opening for Karen's second assistant, and this is your resume.
This right here?
My first assistant, Donovan Sarna, is here to lead you to me, Karen,
Sure.
for your interview.
Hi,
Sure.
Jason. Would you like something to drink before you see Karen?
Sure. Like an Arnold Palmer? No. Just water.
We don't have that. Okay, so you can actually see her right now. Here she is.
Oh, cool. Do I give this to you, the resume?
No, you can keep that with you.
Give it
Keep
to
that
her.
with you.
Give it to her, yeah.
Karen.
Donovan.
Jason's here.
Who?
Jason is here.
Oh.
Jason Mantzoukas.
Oh. Hello. Hi. How do you do? I'm Karen. How do you do?
doing? Wow.
I'm sick, so.
Huge fan.
Oh, thank you.
You guys do like the best stuff.
Thank you. We do. We do.
best.
I'm glad. I'm glad you're passionate. That's important.
Oh, yeah.
Always in this industry.
Yeah, no, I've got a business degree.
Do you mind if I take a look at it?
What?
May I take a look at your resume?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, here you go.
Thank you. Don't want to let go.
Oh, sorry. Just
All right. So I see here you have a business degree.
business degree. Yeah,
What drove you?
Arizona
State University. Uh-huh.
ASU, number one party school.
I see. Yes.
I didn't party much though.
Oh, no.
JK, I partied, but like that's behind me.
Oh.
Like I'm ready to get to work now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in terms of working. You know, because
What
it's
drives?
time to work.
Okay.
You know,
Well, what
my
drives
dad's like,
you?
It's you're fucking around.
Great.
It's done. It's time to work.
What drives you towards the movie industry?
Oh, you know, I just love movies. Always did. You know, like Die Hard, favorite movie. Like so good. Transformers. I think those are great movies. You know, movies are like. You know what? Movies are like something we all share together as people, as society. You know, it's like the great equalizer. You know, the movie The Equalizer, Denzel Washington. You know, based on a TV show.
I see. And it says here that you were assistant manager at Subway
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
2009 to
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah, 2009 to yeah. I mean, listen. I want to be honest with you. Like 2009 to 2009. You know, I got fired December 29th, 2009. So it was about to be 2010, so I just put it as 2010.
I see.
But like if you were to look into it, like you would see that it's 2009 to 2009.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty.
No, I want to be honest just because, like, again, I think what you guys do here in terms of, you know, in vis-a-vis taking people's dreams
Sure.
and ideas
Now,
and
Jason,
and painting them into beautiful portraits on the silver screen.
Jason, what makes you think you are qualified to be my second assistant?
Oh, okay. Okay. Number one, I know I was late for the interview, but I'm always on time. Number two, discretion. I'm a very private person, and I would assume that you are too, and I will keep all of your secrets, whatever I get access to, whatever I see.
What do you imagine my secrets are?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, this is Hollywood, right? Everybody's just putting their fingers in each other's butts, aren't they? At least that's what I've heard. But, you know, that's the kind of thing that, like, rest assured, locked away. I'm not talking to anybody about it. Not even like my best friend.
Are you able to multitask outside of your
Sure. Yeah.
video game?
No, I can like
stoned little brain.
Sure. That's funny. I don't play video games, but I am stoned a lot. Not now. I mean, a little, like residual, but like not really. No, like I'm pretty on it right now. But like I could, for example, like I can answer emails and roll a joint at the same time. That's multitasking, right?
All right. So Jason,
did you do all these movies? The posters in here?
Yes.
All these? Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, you.
So what do you guys do? Like 200 movies a year?
No.
What do you put out? Like 500 movies a year?
A little annoyed that you didn't do any research on our company.
Well, no, I Googled you.
Uh-huh.
I Googled you and I was like, oh boy. How's a pretty lady become like the captain of industry that you are?
What do you...
You know? I looked you up because...
What do you mean pretty?
Oh, when I saw that it was like a woman that I was going to be meeting with, I was like, oh boy, a woman who runs a company, she must be a real DOG, you know? A real dog. Because, you know what I mean. And then I looked you up and I was like, oh, ooh la la. You know, like, holy cow, this is like
French,
a Huh?
Do you speak French or?
But of course. And I was like, wow, she has it all. And you do. You know, you do. You got the brains and the looks, I got to tell you. And I don't mind telling you that every day when I bring you a green tea or a chai latte or whatever your personal drink is. You know, a gin.
Can I write that down?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, please go ahead and.
Thank you.
If you want, I'll write it down for you as your second assistant. Like, I don't feel like you should be bothered to like have to write.
Please do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then let me ask you a few other questions.
Of course. Yeah, please. You go right ahead.
So now, because you are a business major and now you're moving into...
I should tell you, I did not graduate.
So you have lied on your resume.
You know what?
Bachelor's
I intended
degree.
to. No, I intended to finish. I still might. My dad says he'll pay for it if I get a job. For me to finish up.
So ethically, how do you justify lying on your resume?
Oh, I just assume because it's Hollywood.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I actually
my understanding is this town is a sham.
Jason,
Yeah.
I want to tell you something.
Yeah, please go right ahead.
You're an idiot.
I'm listening.
Like beyond comprehension. But I got to say your honesty is unbelievably refreshing.
I see where this is going, and I
No,
just want to say
you got
I
the
am
job.
open to kissing.
Okay, and also welcome aboard.
Oh, thank you so much. I am
Donovan,
beyond excited.
guess who you're going to have to train.
Welcome to the team.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm so stoked. You guys got a gym here?
Yes, we do.
Oh, great. I work out like 4 hours a day. Usually in the middle of the day.
Okay, so improv over.
Oh,
John-
improv over?
Improv over.
That's how that works?
But you were
Improv
great.
over? Oh, thank you so much. Okay, improv over.
But you did get the job.
Thank you.
I
Thank
do
you.
sort of.
It meant a lot to me.
I really want to work with this guy. Okay, so John Newski on Facebook wants to know.
Newski!
Have you ever pooped your pants?
Yes. Well, I mean, yes, obviously. We all have. We were children who pooped our pants. As an adult... no, not really. Although I did, and I've told this story before, but I will tell it again. I did have like a wet fart situation happen. Like
happens.
I wet the cheeks, you know, but I didn't
Yeah.
poop my pants.
It's like when you think that a toot is ready to come out.
Where
but
were
it's
you when
not
this
quite
happened?
ready.
Where was I? I was in the men's room at. I was working.
On the Dictator.
No, I wasn't. It was my first day of work at a job in a writer's room. And we broke at like noon or whatever. And like I went to the bathroom, like was standing at the urinal, went to like give myself a little toot, relieve a little of the pressure in my tummy, and just like, and I was like, hang on, that didn't feel exactly right. So I went into the stall to just give it a gander, and sure enough, like there was stuff going on.
Are you boxers or briefs?
I am boxer briefs.
Well, that's important because
you're right. It is.
Yeah, because if you're loosey goosey on that front, you don't want to be boxer.
No way. Oh no, I'm not boxer anyway. Boxers are no good. I think
there's
an
useless,
excess
right?
of fabric that bunches up inside your pants,
and they're sexy for your girlfriend to wear at night or whatever.
Sure, but then just keep a bunch of boxers around to give to girls.
Right. But
just like a stack of girl boxers.
But the practical
thing sweetheart.
Is...
Here's your boxers. Now get out of here. Hard to believe I'm single, right, guys? So what I did was and again, I want to stress, I did not shit my pants. It was like there was like a little bit of stuff. So
you Hershey squirted.
I Hershey squirted, but it wasn't even a Hershey squirts amount. Okay. But it was enough that it freaked me out.
Gotcha.
It freaked me out, and I was like, ooh, I bet this is going to smell. So I always carry a pocket knife with me, and so I took my pocket knife out. I cut my underwear off of myself, threw it in the garbage, cleaned myself up, wiped myself off. Boom, back in the room.
Wait, why did you have a pocket knife?
Wait, why do you have to cut it?
Because I was sitting down on the toilet. Here's why. I'm sitting down on the toilet, okay? I go from the urinal into the stall.
Right.
I sit on the toilet, pull my stuff down, I sit on the toilet, I wipe myself, I clean my biz up.
Right.
Okay? And then I'm like, what do I do here? Now, what I don't want to do is take my boots off, take my jeans off.
In case there's somebody in the stall.
Somebody else there, and it's like, what's going on in here?
That makes perfect sense.
So I just cut, and now I've got my underwear off. Right. Put it up in paper towels, throw it in the garbage. And then, yeah, exactly. Continue to like clean myself up. And then I go back into the room, but I'm in like a full body sweat now. I'm like, now I've been through something, like I went to the bathroom and was gone a while.
Again?
No. I'm not worried it's going to happen again. Although if I had to fart again, although ever since then, like a lot of times when I have to fart, I'm like, don't do it. Because you don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
So I'm like, that really did like affect me. And what I will describe as a rather laissez-faire attitude towards farting prior to.
Yes.
What I mean? Now, I take it much more seriously.
Yes, you don't want to force anything.
You don't want to push. Don't push.
No push.
Don't push anything out.
No. My sweet husband will do this. And
Jason, describe what Anna just did, please.
I love that you're doing visuals on a podcast. Yeah, you just leaned over to give yourself a little toot room.
Yeah, toot room. Mm-hmm. But I tell you what, he's playing.
Oh, he's playing fast and loose.
And every time he does it, I'm like, baby.
And I also think, and having been talking to friends about this, as you get older, it gets worse. Like, as you get older, that line gets like a lot shadier. Like I was telling a friend this story.
The bowel line.
Yeah, I was telling a friend this story, and he was like, "Oh, dude, since I turned 40, I've shit my pants like 4 times." In that scenario, where he thinks he's farting and instead like just turdlets himself.
Do you think it's like the arrogance of like
the hubris of I can fart and nothing will happen?
Like, yeah, like I'm in a relationship, or like I've done this a lot in my life for 40 years.
Is that how you're living?
I don't know.
You're just like, I'm married. I can just like rip farts, no problem.
I have a bookstore problem.
What does that mean?
Like
bookstores make you gassy?
And it used to be Blockbuster, because anytime where you're kind of relaxed and you were
relaxed at Blockbuster?
Yeah, well, I wasn't looking for porn.
Well, you wouldn't have found it. Blockbuster is like a very religious. Blockbuster edited their movies to take out things that were too sexual. Like, there was no pornography in Blockbuster. 100%.
Professor Mantzoukas.
Yes.
Tell us more about the
pornography
history of America. And,
now, Hollywood video. Oh, boy.
Wait. What happened at bookstores and at Blockbuster?
Oh, bookstores.
You get so relaxed. you
Library.
fart.
Forget about it. Yeah, you just get relaxed. You're looking for things, and suddenly you're like, oh, I don't know. Your body feels more relaxed and comfortable in a way that doesn't normally happen to most people. I would bet that if we did some Barnes & Noble employee interviews, they would be smelling a lot of gas, bodily gas.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Mike, will you get on that? Alex, Sabir, as our newest intern.
Guys.
You've said this for years. I know this about you.
Yeah,
The bookstore thing.
the bookstore thing. But
That you're the bookstore farter.
can't
I
you
wonder
guys-
if like this is somebody's out there being like, I knew it. That's she's the one.
Can anybody? Yeah, everyone can relate.
You're like, oh, you know what? Let's meet for chili and
'cause
then
you
go
don't
to
wanna go to
Block
a
and then go to Barnes and Noble. We'll have like a 3-bean chili. We'll go to Barnes and Noble. We'll Rudy toot our brains out.
home
We'll buy the
super
next
relaxed.
book from the Marie Kondo woman about tidying up, and then everything's going to be great.
Way better than a massage. You're a Capricorn.
No.
You're a Leo.
Nope.
You're a Cancer. You're an Aquarius.
Nope. Come on, think about it. You're just running them through now.
What month were you born?
Well, if I tell you that, then it's obvious.
Let's see if she knows.
You're a Gemini.
Nope.
You're a Pisces.
No.
You're a Scorpio.
Nope. Is this a recurring segment where you just sing? You sing the signs.
You're a Libra.
Nope.
You're a Sagittarian.
I am.
Me too. Would
I
actually,
love that you guessed it last, and it's your sign.
I just always assume. I never want to hope for the best, you know.
Oh, but we're obviously the best. The best together.
I know. What's your birthday?
December 18th.
November 29th.
Nice.
I know.
like
It's
it.
true. Sages do. I'm sorry.
I just do it better. I don't know much about it. I really don't. But I feel like whenever someone is like, "What's your sign?" and I'm like, "Oh, Sagittarius," people are like, "That makes sense." And I'm like, I don't like that.
yeah, no.
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
no.
That makes sense.
That
No, it
feels
doesn't.
bad.
Shut up.
But I do think I don't know. I don't subscribe to any of it either. But it is fun to think about. I do enjoy the idea of someone thinking out there that I'm a fire sign, you know, which means
Is Sagittarius a fire sign?
I am so sorry you do not know this, but yes.
Oh, I didn't know
We're totally
that.
a fire sign.
Oh, cool. Great.
We control the whole power of the earth.
We control everything. That is for sure true. You and I. You and I specifically.
No, you weren't. You weren't born in 1976, were you?
No, I was not. I was born in 1972.
Oh, because I just happened to also be Year of the Dragon.
Oh, that's
Which
pretty cool. I don't know what I
means-
am in that sense.
Oh, well.
Probably Year of the Rat.
Smart though.
Smart rat.
Smart and crafty.
Smart rat.
Good people skills.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so now we are going to go on to the segment of Jason
Yes.
Mantzoukas
Go.
brought something weird.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Will you present it
Sure.
and
Wait, why,
describe it?
sit right there. What, Alex? Will you grab that for us? That painting thing behind.
Oh my God, you really did. Jason Mantzoukas brought a painting.
You said bring something weird from your house. My house is full of weird things, this being one of them.
I love this. Here we go. It's going to be revealed.
Wow.
I love that you do a piece on your podcast that is strictly visual.
Wait. Describe that.
This looks like,
Yeah.
it almost looks like Gloria Steinem, or who is this? Who is this person?
Is that your mom?
So wait, Jason has brought a painting, a
Yep.
portrait that's fairly large.
Looks like an acrylic painting on canvas.
And it's a woman who's sort of looking intensely, but slightly off to the right.
She's
with
wearing glasses.
She's got gold hoop earrings, like a striped shirt. It's not like
Looks
a
like an 80s
It's
like
not
an 80s
It's not a
hairdo.
sexual painting.
It's not a sexual painting. I love that that's a category of painting for you.
Well, isn't it though?
Sure.
Because most women are
Sexual.
Well, yes, but when you're a study of an artist.
Why do you change your voice when you do that?
When you're a study of an artist.
Now I'm listening.
All right, so Jason, what is the painting? Describe it to us.
The painting hangs in my house. It is, as you've described, a painting of a woman in glasses. Hey,
Oh, look who's here.
Just look at my stars.
whoa.
Jack, say hi.
Hi.
Hello, Jack. What'd you get, stars?
Yeah. Do you know what they do?
What?
They glow
Glow in the dark.
Yes, glow in the dark.
Yeah, glow in the dark. I knew it.
Oh, man, Jason's winning it all tonight.
Yeah.
Mommy, look at these. Look at this.
Awesome. Jack, I love you so much, honey.
I love you too.
Mwah.
And good night.
Good night.
I'm going upstairs.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
come see you later.
Good night,
See you
Jack.
later, alligator.
And a wire crocodile.
Aw.
Oh.
Good work, Jack.
So cute.
Okay, so we are
What the fuck
we're
was
back.
that? What the fuck was that?
It's the cute moment.
What, we just
it's
let
the cute
kids
segment.
wander into the podcast?
Yeah.
What the fuck is
It's
this?
called
What the
Anna
fuck
Faris
is going
is
on?
cute.
This is
and her family.
untethered.
You didn't know.
This
You
is
didn't
a
know.
disaster. Kids just wandering in and out.
Yeah. Okay, so wait.
I don't know if I
can we
believe in
talk?
this.
Can we talk more about
Wait,
this?
Jason, can you please talk about this?
Sure.
I'm so
Bring us
confused
back.
here.
It is a weird painting. My house is full of weird paintings of weird people. This being one of my favorites. It is a woman. I believe it was painted in 1979. It says in 1979. It's a woman in a striped 70s kind of wide collared shirt. She has like a 70s short kind of up hairstyle, gold rimmed glasses, and she's looking like the look on her face. I always say is her looking at the person who's painting the picture and going, "Gary, are you painting me?" Like she's just busted him like painting her.
What do you think her name is?
I call her Pam
Oh, I love it.
because she seems like a Pam to me. I'm very fond of Pams. Yeah, that's about it.
She does look a little bit like she's beautiful, but she does look a
She looks
little
nervous.
annoyed.
She looks annoyed.
Yeah.
She looks nervous. The look on her face, like you don't often see somebody painted in a picture with a look that is
Am I doing
upset or nervous, or you're not doing it exactly. There's a more of a furrow to the brow. There's more of it's like there's something more intense about it. Yeah, that's a little better. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
My lips aren't as full as hers.
She has very full lips, probably from sucking dick.
I heard that's how you lose your lips.
What?
That's why I have such thin lips.
Yeah, girl. Can't stop sucking that dick. Don't have any lips. Wait, that's not a real thing. Is that like a thing that girls tell each other? Like if you give a blowjob, your lips get less puffy or whatever.
Yeah, that's what we tell each other. That's
I
why
feel like those are like
we
those-
don't give men blowjobs anymore. That's why we're not whores. Come on,
What?
Jason.
What? No, I mean in like high school, like when
We
you like
sabotage
trade
each other
when you trade stories, like apocryphal stories
left
about
and
like if you
right.
did this, if you do this, then this bad thing happens. You know what I mean?
No,
Listen, I know everybody's
Do you know
blowing
what
everybody.
happens? It's like if you don't go down on that guy, if you don't have sex with that guy, then you're going to be an outcast. It's more of like a doomsdayer and a guy's to the men's advantage.
Sure.
At
But it
least that's
sounds like
how-
what you're saying is that like society is set up so that men win and women lose. And we all know that's like the opposite of what the case is. Like we essentially live in a matriarchy, right? Am I cool now to talk about Trump?
Yeah.
And how I love Trump. No, I'm just kidding. I just like launched into a very
Actually,
severe
no,
like
though
Trump
it
supportive
is
speech.
really kind of it's
Ooh, it's
fun.
wild.
It's
It is
fun.
what he's up to is wild.
It is. It is wild. It is wild. It's like we're like as Americans, not just as Americans, internationally, the whole world is on the Trump ride of a lifetime.
It's pretty interesting, and I'm also like, it's interesting and fascinating, but I'm also like, beyond this, like, who is out there who's looking at how far Donald Trump has gotten, which is incredibly far, and is like, oh, if he can do that, fuck yeah, I can do it. You know, like, what are the lessons learned from this?
I think I was that. I mean, when I decided to move to Hollywood, and I was like, I can make it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I feel like in 4 years, are we going to see like Mark Cuban running for president? Are we going to
love that?
Like, does Alec Baldwin run for president from the left? Because he's like, fuck
Ronald
it, if
Reagan,
Trump can
we
run.
had it. Like, we've
Yeah.
already done it.
Sure. But I mean, like, Ronald Reagan, like, at the very least, had some, even at that point, some degree of like political
Because it was
behind him.
right.
He'd already involved himself in politics by the time he's running for president. Trump is like, this is nonsense. It's fascinating nonsense, but yeah, it's interesting. Like, what will be the? It's interesting to watch as it's happening, but what will be the aftermath? Like, how does this affect future elections?
Well, I mean,
This is a political show, right?
Yep.
This is Slate Culture Gap. This is Slate Political Talk, right?
This is for if you can stay after.
This is the after show.
Yeah, the after show. Okay, so now we are going to go to some callers because actually, Jason, I really do want to talk to you about this, but I think it'll bore.
No. Let's move on. I don't care.
No, but I really do because I'm fascinated by it.
All right, should we call someone right now?
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Osea. Wondering what to gift your friends and family this holiday season? Female founded over 25 years ago by a mother and daughter team, Osea's award-winning cleansers, serums, face moisturizers, and body products give you the results you want. Skin that looks and feels amazing. I recently got to try Osea's new body butter, which, like their now famous Undaria algae body oil, transforms dry skin without being greasy, has the same incredible scent, and leaves your skin soft, smooth, and healthy looking. If my experience is any indication, you can count on your partner giving you a lot of compliments. This holiday season, stock up and share your new favorite clean skincare and body care with your friends and family. Unqualified listeners get 10% off your first order with promo code ANNA at OseaMalibu.com. You'll get free samples with every order, and orders over $50 get free shipping. Gifting is always easier if you start early, so head to OSEAMalibu.com. Use code ANNA. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Warby Parker. Warby Parker was founded with a rebellious spirit and the lofty goal of creating boutique quality eyewear at a revolutionary price point. Sunglasses, with or without a prescription, start at $95 and, just like eyeglasses, are available through their home try-on program. You just choose 5 pairs and see which ones you like. I was surprised by how quickly they arrived, which presented me with the immediate problem of deciding which ones to keep. I loved all of them, so you can guess what happened. And not only can you feel good about how cool you look, you can also feel good knowing that for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need through partnerships with nonprofits like Vision Spring. Offering eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams, Warby Parker is committed to providing exceptional vision care online and in stores. So put your FSA or HSA dollars to good use on Warby Parker prescription glasses, prescription sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams. Try Warby Parker's free home try-on program. Order 5 pairs of glasses to try at home for free for 5 days. There's no obligation to buy. Ships free and includes a prepaid return shipping label. Try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/unqualified. That's WARBYPARKER.com/unqualified.
I just wonder if
I already
I'm at
started
a
calling.
nightclub. No, keep calling. But if I'm at a nightclub, like 2 years from now, Donald Trump says, "Can I buy you a cognac?"
Hello?
Hey, Cameron, hang on a second. Donald Trump is about to buy cognac.
What a legendary move.
I think you say yes, 100%.
We were just saying, if in 2 years, if Donald Trump, if
Why
I'm
in
at a
2
nightclub,
years?
well,
What nightclub?
What nightclub?
What's that?
The night. Well, so if I'm at a nightclub, and this is a scenario that
Wait,
will
I
never
think
ever
have we
happen,
called
'cause I'm
someone
way
to
too
ask
old.
them a question?
Cameron is on the line right now.
Cameron,
she's in
okay,
Los
let's
Angeles.
say,
She's here in LA.
Cameron, you're at a nightclub in 2 years,
Okay.
and Donald Trump,
President Trump. It's 2 years from now, so President Trump. Please.
We're live.
so he wants to buy you a cognac, and wants to engage in a little bit of conversation. What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it, right?
Yeah. What are we doing?
Wait, we'll ask her. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you looked right at me.
I know.
Hey,
I did.
Cameron, Jason Mantzoukas is here with us, by the way.
Hello, Cameron.
Oh my God, what's up?
Hey, girl, what's happening?
I mean, not too much.
Really?
I'm just trying to consider right now, is my drink roofie?
No.
Is your drink loopy?
No, roofied.
Oh,
She's
roofied.
asking if President
Oh.
Trump is trying to. No.
Oh,
No, I
see
think
what you're saying.
anytime you get a chance to talk, Cameron, you can answer after I answer because.
Hey,
I'm
Cameron, are you on
talking.
speakerphone?
No.
You're not?
Nope.
Okay.
Cameron, don't you fucking lie to us. Are you on a goddamn speakerphone?
But Cameron, I feel like Donald Trump is arrogant enough that he feels like roofies, he doesn't need them, right?
I don't think Donald Trump's trying to roofie anybody. I think if you get a chance to talk to anybody, you talk to them.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm taking the drink.
But then he says, I'm in the presidential suite.
Okay.
Oh no.
So now he wants to go to the Bone Zone?
Do you want to come up? Come on up. He doesn't say, do you? He never asks the
No,
question.
no. Yeah.
He says, you.
So the
come
question
up.
is, do you fuck Donald Trump?
Yeah, I guess so.
What? Your mom-
No. But do you at least go up to the suite and see what's going on?
What? No.
But what if he's got tons of security so you feel safe because there's so many
I
security
think
people
you
around?
go.
What? Guys, whoa.
Wait, I mean,
No.
just because you're fascinated by what's gonna, you want to tell the story, right, Cameron? Is that why you'd go?
Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta
You would
say
go to
it.
his room?
I'm sort of with Cameron.
Whatever happens next, if you think
It's a
his
suite,
Secret
first of all.
Service is on your side, you're out of your mind. If you think you're going to be like, hey, Jimmy, Kevin, my butthole's getting fingered. I don't want it. They're going to be like, President Trump, looks like you got this. And they're walking out the door. Their loyalty is to him, not you.
But what about when we did the secret handshake?
What secret handshake?
I did with the Secret Service, you know?
Oh, because they're the Secret Service, you think they have a secret handshake? And that just means they're on your side. You're like, that is a very naive move. And I would like to say to all the
Jason,
listeners,
I'm
Cameron
sorry
and
that
all
you're
the
a
listeners,
man.
don't
and
go
you
to
won't get
anyone's hotel
invited
room.
to President Trump's presidential suite. I'm sorry that you will never have that
I
opportunity.
am not sorry.
Well, Cameron, let's
Sorry.
talk about you for a second.
Okay.
Your best male friend is gay, and he's attracted to the
Yep.
straight man you're currently dating.
Yes.
Interesting scenario. Let's see if Jason Rana can help you navigate this awkward situation. So tell us a little bit more.
So yeah, I mean, first of all, so my friend actually set me up with this guy, under sort of like, I don't know, he was like, you need to date better guys. Like he knew this guy before, so he set me up with this guy. And as we started to hang out, he's like now since threatened to not be friends with either of us anymore. And, the guy that I'm dating, like, doesn't know that my friend has feelings for him. And so it just put me in this really uncomfortable position because, like, I had to lie to him all weekend about, like, where I was because I'm, like, afraid he's not going to speak to me anymore.
Oh,
You
no.
had to lie to the friend, not your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I mean,
I know. And my friend...
I have an answer. Is this a game? How does this work? Cameron, is your life a game for me? How does this work?
Jason's old and bitter.
I'm old and I'm bitter. No, here's the thing, Cameron. I mean, forgive me, but I'm gonna just go here. Your friend is being a terrible friend. You know, like it's your friend who set you up. For him to give you the opportunity to fall in love with someone, and then for himself to then not be generous enough to let you follow through with that, but to want it for himself is selfish and is not a kind or generous move on his part. And he should know better. He should, if he had feelings for this man, he should have not set you up with him, and he should have tried to date him himself. And if he failed, that would have been that. But he shouldn't include you in his own personal drama. He shouldn't be selfless enough to set you up with someone that he selfishly wants to be with. And so you are caught up in his drama, and that's, frankly, like, just not a good friend.
Yeah. Jason, awesome advice. I also think, too, though, that probably part of the complication is that your gay friend might be jealous of just not maybe seeing you as much, not feeling as included as much or whatever other else. But all the same, it's the same. Jason put it perfectly. Your friend is not being a good friend. And
I mean, like, I believe.
So then what do I do?
He set you up, so I believe he has, like, a goodwill towards you. I mean, like, I think you can talk to him. And, I mean, I don't know, but I think it's worth a conversation to some degree or another about
a subtle distancing too.
Oh, really?
Think.
How good a friend is this, Cameron? Social friend or like dear friend?
No, like absolute best friend.
Oh, no, you got to talk about that. You're going to have to have a very awkward conversation, but you're going to have that conversation under the presumption of, like, listen, we're about to have a very awkward conversation. It's going to be difficult. And it's my intention that we get through this so that our friendship is, because it's so important to me and it has been long lasting, that we get through to the other side of this so that we can remain friends, blah, 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 blah. But if
he doesn't take it well, then that means that there might be a little bit of a cooling off period.
Maybe. And also don't make it about, really don't make it about your boyfriend or the guy, you know what I mean? Like, this is a problem between you and your friend. The guy notwithstanding, like he doesn't, it's not about him, what he wants, his intentions, blah blah blah. It really is just you and your friend.
I mean, he doesn't know anything about any of this.
Oh, you should tell him.
You gotta tell him now, Cameron.
I tell him.
Yes, tell him now. How long have you been dating this guy?
Like a month, like very beginning of the relationship.
Oh, how many times have you gone out?
Like almost every single weekend since we started dating.
Oh, okay.
And like twice during the week. Like I've like this. It's like almost now. Like, consuming my life.
Oh, and you're in love. You love him.
I do. He's adorable.
You do? Like, you love him?
After a month. Nice work.
No. But like,
I'm like that.
Like,
I'm that total person who's, Cameron, you don't have to apologize to these yahoos. I'm the kind of person who's like, one date or whatever, I'm just like, oh
no, I'm the opposite. I'm like a true cynic.
Well, cynical Mantzoukas just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it does. I think it's worth having a conversation with the boyfriend to let him know a little bit. You don't have to let him know everything, because you don't have to. Also, it's also for you to work out with your friend what's going on in your relationship. Like, you don't have to. Neither do you have to keep your boyfriend in the dark, nor do you have to, like, share with him all of the intimate details of your very real friendship. You know, like, neither should he be poisoned against your friend, because it sounds like they have a pre-existing friendship.
Are they close buddies?
Yeah, they're close. They've they know each other from childhood, and then they didn't go to high school. They didn't go to high school or college together. But now that we all live out in LA, they've gotten close again. And yeah. So
wait, why hasn't the guy that you're dating right now, he hasn't spoken to your best friend about this at all?
Like, he knows that we've been hanging out, but like, he for sure has no idea that Max would have any sort of like feelings towards him. And like, my fear with saying anything to him would be that like it would almost feel like a predatory relationship, like with his friendship with Max, which is why I'm like, I don't know.
Would it be better if your boyfriend, or if you guys whatever have defined that yet, like mentioned it to
You think he should mention it first?
maybe if they've
Yeah,
known each
maybe.
other for so
Right.
long, then maybe that's a more appropriate idea.
What is?
A more appropriate idea is for the guy that she's dating to mention it to her friend first, because they've known but they've known
But
each
they
other
have a-
for
they have a his- they have
they've
history
known each
together.
other
They have a
since
relationship.
like kindergarten or whatever.
Right, but isn't Cameron having the problem with with her friend?
Did you go on a little mental vacation?
Yeah, but I kind of like
I know
what you're
they've known
saying.
each. I know they've known each other for a long time.
Yeah, but the boyfriend
Yeah,
and
yes, they were childhood friends.
So
I get it.
You don't think that they should? That the boyfriend should potentially say?
So you think like Cameron should excuse herself from this?
Not excuse herself, but I just wonder if
The initial
if
conversation.
the initial conversation should
Make it like a group
Oh,
conversation.
I have a question.
I don't think it should be group
No.
because then
Cameron,
they'll
I have
feel
a question.
ganged up
No.
on.
Anna, I'm on your side.
Yeah.
Cameron, how did this setup go? Did your friend tell him to go after you, or you to go after him?
He told me to go after him.
Then you need to have the conversation with him.
Okay.
That's what I think. Because
Yeah.
the friend is Cameron's best friend. Is he also
Yeah.
your boyfriend's best friend?
No, but they're very close.
They're very close. They've been close forever. But I think like the transaction was between friend and Cameron, not
Yeah.
friend and
Right.
boyfriend.
Yeah,
In which, if it was the friend told the boyfriend, you should ask Cameron out, then I would say you're right, and that the boys should talk
are you
about
good
it.
at chess?
Oh, I'm a real strategist.
It seems like it. But I think this is really good advice, Jason.
I also, if I was Cameron, I would not want to outsource this conversation to these two dummies.
Hey, what the hell? What about the brilliant third party member being Jason Mantzoukas?
No. I'm saying the boys are the dummies.
Oh,
the
the
two
boys
boys
are
are
the
the
Yeah.
dummies. You know what I mean? Like,
I
I
thought
would
you
not.
meant-
If I'm Cameron, I don't think like, oh, you guys go have a conversation and figure it out.
You don't trust them
Those
to
two
have that
dudes are only
conversation.
going to make it worse.
Right.
Like Cameron,
Okay.
a level-headed,
Yeah, you're
normal
right.
person needs to take this by the
Okay, so
scruff of the hair and of the neck or
Jason,
whatever, and
say-
deal with it.
so what should Cameron say exactly?
I don't know. Cameron's an adult woman. How old are you, Cameron?
23.
23. What's your cup size?
And you do not have to answer that.
These are relevant.
Jason
This is a relevant piece of
Mantzoukas.
information.
Jason,
Cameron,
get
you don't-
back in the corner,
Cameron,
Jason.
you don't have to answer that, but just like a general sense of cup size.
No.
No, Cameron is an adult woman who probably has a C cup, I'm guessing. And I suspect she is able to take care of a conversation like this with a friend and get through it appropriately, with her own words.
Yeah.
I think definitely, yeah. And you know what? Your friend will reveal himself a little bit and how he sort of deals with it. Because
Yeah.
a good friend will be like, it might take a minute, but will be totally understanding. And a bad friend will be like making a ton of drama.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
And I mean, in reality, you're 23. So these are all friendships and relationships and everything that I feel like that are figuring it all out. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want to sound like I'm the old guy being condescending or whatever, but like,
No, you're not at all,
these
Jason.
are the important relationship conversations that build you into the person you are as a friend and as someone in a relationship, partner in a relationship.
Right.
All of these difficult conversations, not just the falling in loves and the wonderful thises and the that's and the hand jobs and everything. It's just it's like it's the wonderful, like it's not just the wonderful stuff. These are the hard work elements of stuff.
And I really think that your friend he'll be hurt for a little while, but if he cherishes you, which I don't know, I think that he probably does, he'll come back, but it might be a minute. He might have to do a little bit of a, selfish thing, because it is his concerns are truly like pretty selfish a little bit, I think.
Right.
And you should know that.
That was beautiful.
You have reinforcement from us.
Hey, Cameron, we have to go, but send me
We
an
love
email.
you.
Let me know how it goes after you have this conversation, and good luck.
course.
Yeah,
Thank
will
you
you
so much.
please,
That was
will you please,
Very
Cameron?
helpful.
Cameron,
Have a
please let us
wonderful
know.
day.
Thank you.
Good
Thanks
night.
for calling.
Night, y'all.
Take care,
Thank you.
Cameron.
I have a question
Yeah,
for the
go ahead.
men. Okay, so when cup size is over, like when people get too adjusted to cup size, do you think there's ever going to be like a labia size, like fascination?
I don't think so.
No?
Not for me.
It's interesting. I don't think so because
Like, does she have
Vaginas
small,
are-
medium, or large labia?
vagina, like there's such a wide differentiation in how vaginas look.
True.
Really?
That it's not about size. It's not about, it's really like it's like it's a whole look thing. And I don't think, like, I think what did happen, or what in that region, I feel like pubic hair is the defining aesthetic.
Now, are
the
you
thing that aesthetically
pro-pubic or are you
Oh,
anti-pubic?
I don't care. Frankly, I'm like, whatever makes
Any
someone
open hole.
feel sexy, whatever makes. Oh yeah, as long as it's a sloppy wet hole. Oh God, I'm gonna get in it. I'm done. No, I don't care. Frankly, I don't care. I think whatever makes the person feel sexy and feel good, I'm happy with that. If they want a full 70s bush, terrific. If they want like nothing, fine, whatever. It's not. I'm not very. I don't think there is a specific aesthetic that is preferred for me, if that makes sense.
That does.
But I think that in the groin area for women, I think that is the aesthetics. It has been placed on pubic hair versus like vaginal shape or like labia size.
Well, there's all kinds of, rejuvenation stuff now going
yeah.
on, and like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Polly.
Hi, Polly.
Yes. Hello.
How are you?
So well.
I
So
like that
happy
we
to
don't
hear from you
identify
guys.
ourselves.
We're about
Hello,
to.
Polly. And then Polly's just like, yup.
Hi,
Polly, you know Anna's here. That's Anna's voice. Can you recognize this voice right now? Say something.
Hello, Polly. How are you?
Who is that, Polly?
That's a tough.
It sounds iconic, but I'm drawing a nervous
How
blank.
dare you? How dare you, Polly? Polly, you are now my enemy.
No,
You are my sworn enemy.
Oh no.
no.
We
it's,
are
Polly,
enemies. We're
Polly,
fighting, Polly.
it's my dear friend Jason Mantzoukas, who has a hysterical podcast. He was also in The Dictator with me, and he's really funny. And he actually surprisingly gives amazing advice.
Polly, I'm good at this. Don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of you.
Okay, amazing.
He's like you are a free therapist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. No, I'm not getting paid for this. Polly, I'm going to give you my PayPal account so you can just send me a quick something.
All right.
Oh,
So,
all right. Fair enough.
Polly, you've been keeping your boyfriend a secret from your family for a while now. Why don't you tell us why?
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm in this amazing relationship with my best friend in the whole world, and he comes from a Jewish family, a Jewish background, and I come from a long line of conservative Christians. And so it's been made very clear to me through the years that, people who are different aren't necessarily like acceptable as, life partners or significant others. So, yeah, he's a secret, and it's definitely weighing on me.
Oh, Polly, that sounds awful. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough, not fun situation.
So you haven't introduced him at all to your family, not even like
Well,
in a
so-
friend
Do
capacity?
they know him as your friend? Yeah.
Yes, they know him, and they were like very suspicious. I've known him for 4 years. We met in college.
How old are you, Polly? Polly, how old are you?
I'm 23. I know I'm a little one.
Okay, I'm listening.
So yeah. No,
Oh,
no,
Polly,
no.
be
I just,
prepared.
like, I
I'm
know-
also going to be a real pervert about this.
I know. He did get a creepy little look behind
Okay,
his
all
eyes.
right. I hear
So
you.
don't you worry. Ooh, you're from a religious conservative background? Ooh, you dirty little minx. Okay. 23, Polly, go ahead.
Jason is taking notes.
I'm
All
glad
right.
he's I mean, on the outside, it doesn't look like he's taking this seriously, but he really is. He's
Yeah,
taking notes.
no, we all are, because this
Yep.
is actually
Yes.
okay. Sorry, go
23.
on, but this is a
No.
real conundrum. This is
No, I
So-
believe you. I believe you. I hear you. And it's
Yep.
kind of this. It's the kind of situation where you have to laugh about it. Otherwise, it just like makes you crazy. But yeah, so I'm 23, living in New York, living with the boy.
Ooh, wait a minute. Time out. Polly, time out. You are living together?
Yes,
How long have you been living together?
just since January. That's like very
okay.
new.
Okay, got it. Okay. All right, continue.
Yeah, so just since January, and then yeah, and so my family's known him for 4 years, and they know we're very, very close. But they've like even voiced concerns just in terms of us even being as close as we are, because I think that they see him as like some sort of, a romantic threat, which is just like crazy.
Well, they might see him also as a Jewish demon. So you got to be careful about that.
Yeah.
Polly,
this is
I
a
can
tough
hear.
one.
This is tough. Here's the. I'm gonna. Is it? Wait. Do you have anything more to share, Polly? Otherwise, I'm gonna
Well,
jump.
what's
right
your
in.
wait? No, I have a few
Not
questions.
really. That's essentially the situation. I feel very lucky because I'm in a very happy, healthy relationship. And I think that the thing that just is the toughest is it is like the happiest facet of my life. And it's hard to not share that with people, my family. Yeah.
Well, okay, so this is you are really in love with this person, right?
Oh, yeah.
Even though he's Jewish.
Jason,
That's not,
I'm just kidding, Polly. I'm
He's
truly
being a
just kidding.
sweet
that is
asshole.
such a non-factor.
But I think that you have to. I think that at some point it's all about timing. But what you're going to have to do is when the timing is right, and it can't be around a holiday. You have to tell your family. You have to be prepared to give your family a little bit more credit or benefit of the doubt, maybe, because I think that they let you go to New York. You're living there like you are, an independent woman, and they want to protect you in all ways, but you may not be. I think maybe they will take the news potentially a little better than you would ever expect.
May I?
You may.
Okay.
Pervy.
Polly, and I say this with the utmost respect. I think this is going to be a defining moment in your relationship with your family. And whether it is predicated on a conversation about your Jewish boyfriend, or if this were to go away and you were to have another boy, at some point you are racing towards a very difficult interaction with your family. Whether it's predicated on this or something else, it's going to happen. And so for you, I think you need to really wrap your mind around how you can do this in a way that protects you, and in this instance, to be specific, protects your relationship. Because what I hear from you is that this relationship genuinely matters to you, and that it means something to you that is important. And you should, at 23, living in New York, as basically an adult, you should be able to be making choices in your life for yourself, for your own happiness, that do not I don't want to sound mean, but do not take your family into consideration. It's not important what they think. It's not important that you live up to any of their dictates or how they have lived their life. That's ultimately, you can choose it if you want, but it sounds like they're very closed-minded and conservative, and I would say you should not choose that. You should choose the not version of that.
If you have parents that are obsessively in love with you,
and I think this is also, and I don't know what your family situation is, Polly, but you're, again, I don't want to sound condescending, but you're at that age where you are having to establish yourself as an individual apart from your family. And it sounds like your family is very tight and it is trying to exert control over you. And you need to step up and set boundaries. You need to let your family know
Yeah.
where and when they are allowed to participate in your life and your life choices and where they are not, because those are the things that are increasingly now your family was able to make decisions for you and now less so. And you need to show them,
Good at this.
you need to
Really
show
good
them
at
that
this,
you are
yeah.
able to make those decisions for yourself successfully. And they're either,
Yeah.
and frankly, they're either on board or they're not. And at that point, it's on them. Like
Yeah.
you do you, baby. Come on.
You do you,
Yeah.
baby.
You do you,
Well,
right?
Not to like add an extra layer to this scenario, but okay. So I am an identical twin,
Ooh.
and she knows about this relationship. She's keeping the secret, but like her lifestyle is just very, very different than mine. So I think my biggest fear is that comparison too. You know what I mean? It's like, though we came from the same cloth, we're like just doing completely different things with our lives and like with our choices. And I think that is another like fear factor. Not that like that
Does she
changes
disagree?
anything you just said.
Does she
but
disapprove? Is she of the opinion
No,
of your
no,
parents or
she-
no?
she loves him.
Oh,
She
great.
just it's not what she would ever do. Like she would never go against mom and dad in this way. So
Oh, you're
I think
breaking
that-
my heart, Polly. You're breaking my heart.
Oh, sorry.
No, only
Oh.
because at a certain point you're going to have to go against mom and dad. And your sister is going to have to figure that out for herself as well, because while it is lovely to be a child and to have parents that care and love you and are guiding you through life and have beliefs and tenets that are important to them and that matter and that are based on a tradition that is appropriate, it needn't be how you live. Like you don't need you just because you were born into this doesn't mean that is what you're doing. You know, you can assert yourself as an individual, and it's so interesting that you have a twin because that is like the absolute like. Yeah, that comparison is always going to be there. But it doesn't matter. You're
that's
regardless,
right. It
you're
doesn't matter.
always going to have to assert yourself as an individual.
Yeah.
Even in the face of like an identical twin sister.
You have to. Yep. You gotta. You gotta. What you do? You.
You do you. Right? I mean, like, it sounds like you're in love, and that's like, and wait, and he's
that's
like, he
hard
treats
to
you well.
find,
It sounds
and-
like it's a good relationship. Like,
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's the best. It literally, he's so wonderful. I
Then that's
know
great.
that I'm literally the luckiest girl on the planet.
Oh, that's wonderful, Polly. And listen, you know what?
and if your parents can't get on board for that,
and
shame
they-
on them.
You know what? They will. I gotta
agree.
believe they will, though. I really
They
think they
have
will.
to.
I hope they do.
It's
It might
gonna
take
take-
you
yeah,
should,
it'll
and
take 'em
also
a couple months.
Ooh, I'll say this. Actually, I'll say this. You, Polly, have the benefit of knowing that this is going to be difficult for them. So, so if you come into this from the point of view of trying to explain to them why this matters to you, rather than just if you are proactive in this explanation and what's going on, rather than reactive and just fighting like you're the daughter who's getting, told what's up by her parents. But like you need to be the adult and behave like an adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have that ability because you know the conversation you're going to have. So be prepared. Think about it. Think about how you're going to say it, whether you want your sister there or not, as an ally or not, or whatever.
Who knew Jason Mantzoukas is really good at this?
He really is. I mean, I agree with everything Jason is saying. Polly, when are you going to have this conversation with your parents?
That's a really good question. I've been putting it off and putting it off. The reality is we're going home to see his family this weekend. They know about me and they love me and they're super supportive of us. And I'm tired of like lying when I go on these trips. So I think I'm going to be transparent this weekend about going home with him and just seeing if that opens the door and just being like prepped accordingly. Because I've been putting it off way too long.
I think that's okay. I think it would be
I was
worth.
going to say, you don't sound enthused about that
Well-
idea. So if you have a better plan, let me know.
I mean, I guess what I would do, you're putting yourself strategically, you're putting yourself at a weaker position by doing it that way. Because what you're doing is you're opening the door a crack and are like, if they come through the door, then I'll show them the house. But I feel like it might be worth it for you to actually and I don't know where you're from or if this is even possible. Like, I would, this is maybe going to sound whatever, but I would treat this as if you were coming out to your parents. I would sit with your parents in the room and tell them what you want them to know about your relationship. I don't think you should. Okay. I don't think you should be cryptic. I don't think you should be vague about it so that they have to come at you, because then you're putting yourself in the position of reacting. They're going to assume the worst, right? They're going to go all the way there. And so then you can't have a logical conversation with people who are already assuming the worst. So you need to give them the correct information. This is what's happening, so that they understand the parameters of your life rather than the question marks from them of like, well, what is but like, show them that you're an adult making adult decisions for yourself and that they can be on board for that or not, you know?
You're so good.
It's your story to tell. They're only your parents. I know that sounds crazy, but it's your
no, but I hear you.
The beauty of this is like you have someone supporting you. You have a great guy in your life. And yes, it's gross. He's Jewish. I know, but, I think for you, like, take that as like, use the strength of your relationship as firm footing to launch an attack on the insanity of your parents' belief system. Done and done. Now, Polly, very quickly, what's your cup size? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't answer that because I'm a real joker today.
Polly,
I'll take it.
Polly, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Will you let us know how everything goes?
Send me an email and then update us with everything. And best of luck with this. I know this is really tough.
I do think that Jason is right.
Jason's completely right.
It's like
I usually am, guys.
And you know what? I bet your parents are going to surprise you with.
I hope so.
With their.
I hope so too. I really hope so.
But also, again, just like you would to a friend or to anybody, your parents are. Treat them the way that you would treat anybody who can and will make bad decisions. You know, you can assume your parents might not be great about this at first or at the beginning or on first, hearing about it. Be generous to your parents. Let them, because if you can predict how they're going to be, that is how they're going to be at first. So if you cannot take the bait and get sucked into whatever the dynamic that you have as like parent-daughter friction is, if you can like try to not step on the landmines that are how you guys fight or how whatever you come at things so that it will be awesome if they come at you and they are surprisingly accepting, but you need to presume they're not going to be and be prepared to speak to that cogently and thoughtfully about your life.
Damn.
All right. Easier said than done, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted.
Thanks, Polly.
Thank you, Polly.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
All right. So I guess now I've gotten when Sim twirls his finger around into the air, I guess that means
wrap it up.
I guess that do it again, Sim, and let's see if I can interpret. Oh, yep. Okay. Wrap it up. Or is a tornado coming? Or okay. Anyway, thank you, Jason, so much tonight.
Well, I feel bad that I just like monopolized the call-in segment.
It was
incredible.
You are seriously incredible to watch.
We've had some really great guests give incredible advice, but I think you kind of take the cake
shocked
with
and I'm also completely impressed.
Thank you, guys.
I know, and you have this look on your face of like, of course. And I actually, I kind of want to ask you.
I'm not just a total perv.
Can I ask you some personal advice after we stop recording?
Of course.
Yippee!
Always. And I'm always here for you.
Oh, thanks. Well, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Sim Sarna. Thanks, Severe, for being here.
On
thanks, Alex
Facebook
Holden.
And Twitter. Please leave us a review on iTunes.
It's true. We do read them.
And Jason's podcast is How Did This Get Made? And you also have a movie coming out. It's called...
it's called Search Party. It comes out in May. I think it's in May.
May
Is that what you
13th.
said? Okay, great. Yep.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
This is a blast.
Ooh, Opie. That's why do I do that?
Is that your sign off? Is that your signature sign off?
I
It's
don't
great.
know. Isn't
It's
it?
great. It's a great sign off.
Great
You should
sign-off.
keep that.